True.
What is a fallacy and why would you want to avoid them? I'm Addie Rosemeyer and I'm going to explain to you what a fallacy is, why you would want to avoid them, and give you a few examples. So what is a fallacy? A fallacy is defined by the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy as a kind of error in reasoning. Although the definition is broad, IEP's researchers agree that fallacies are mistakes that arise from something other than false premises, or a violation of a normal piece of a good argument. They are more often than not unintentional. So what are some examples of a fallacy? One example is an ad hominem. That is when someone makes an irrelevant attack that undermines their argument. The reason this is difficult to definitively label is because one must decide if the attack is relevant or not to what they're defending. An example would be if one were to write an article about how fire is made and then have someone attack them for their age, something that's irrelevant to the article. Another example would be guilt by association, when someone is said to be guilty due to the group he or she associates with. Another example of a fallacy is tautology. Tautology, as defined by Oxford Dictionary, is saying the same thing twice. That is to say, a tautological argument is a circular argument with no real introduction or conclusion. This type of argument, one would be repeating the same words or concepts with mild variation in terminology. An example one could see in their everyday life would be when a parent says it's bedtime and the child responds why, which is countered with because I said so. This is an illogical way to argue due to the fact that it lacks new information. Moreover, the reason to avoid a fallacy is because it cancels one's argument due to the lack of proof. While there are hundreds of fallacies, they are all error-related and are unfit to be used in presentation, speech, or writing.